C9 News live at 10.
Good evening, I'm Rob Vaughn.
And I'm Wendy Davis. Coca-Cola Park in Allentown is filled with superstars tonight.
Yep, stars who may one day shine at the big league level. The AAA All-Star Game wrapping up a little while ago. We've got team coverage of the game tonight, so let's go right to the park, where Stephanie Esposito and Troy Hein are standing by. And Troy, let's start with you.
All right, well, the weather cooperated as we hoped that it would. We even had the West Point parachute team flying in tonight and a flyover by the helicopter. So the weather improved and the All-Stars were happy about that. They were able to showcase their skills. Much like the Major League game, a lot of pitching that dominated in this one, but there were some hits of note. Andy Tracy, for example, got the first hit for the International League, a single that kind of got things going for them. They were down 1-0. They tied it in the sixth, and then this, the big hit of the night. Elliott Johnson into left field. He would wind up on second, but more importantly, Chase Lambin scores, beating the throw that gets away from the catcher, and that was the game-winning run. The International League, a 2-1 win tonight. More highlights coming up for you in just a few minutes in sports, and you'll see what all the Iron Pigs who got in the game did tonight here at Coca-Cola Park. I will tell you this. One Iron Pig did not get in, and it's a little unfortunate. So we'll talk about that coming up in sports as well. But for now, live at the ballpark, I'm Troy Hein. Rob, Wendy, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Troy.
Thanks, Troy. We'll talk to you soon. Of course, the game also brought fans to the park ready to enjoy a very special night of baseball, and Stephanie Esposito has spent some time with them. Steph?
Well, Rob and Wendy, it's dark here at the park because the fireworks just ended and people are on their way out. It was a really interesting game because at a ballpark you'll always find fans, but tonight was unique because not only were the fans here, but we had players from all across the country. Their families followed them here from all across the country. Then there's team owners, managers, coaches from all over the place. So needless to say, the energy here tonight was second to none.
Play ball. From the young hopeful.
So you think maybe someday you'll play in a game like this?
Yeah. To the local.
The grass cutting is great out there. The All-Star game, the checkerboard, the star.
To the ballpark junkie.
I travel all over the country going to minor league ballparks, and I've been to almost every major league ballpark also.
So what do you think about our ballpark?
This is great.
To the general manager.
I wish we had a ballpark like it. It's gorgeous from start to finish, so I've been really impressed with it.
The AAA All-Star baseball game is exceeding expectations, and that means a good report card for the hometown team and its cities.
It's my first time in the area, and I'm very, very impressed.
I think it's very nice. We're staying at the Bethlehem Hotel. It's a nice little neighborhood. We've gone out to a couple restaurants the last couple nights.
All-Star players, their families, coaches, and general managers are hanging out in the valley and enjoying it. One thing everyone has in common tonight, from Little League to minor league, is love of the game.
I'm a big baseball fan.
I love baseball.
AAA is a step down from Major League Baseball, but this is the closest step. I mean, these are the guys.
In the minors, the vibe is as important as the players.
At this level, it's more about the team, the mascot's always going to be the face of the team, and family fun.
The stadium tonight at Coca-Cola Park was sold out, all 10,000 seats. Rob and Wendy, back to you guys.
All right. Thanks, Stephanie. Well, in other news tonight, the embattled president of the American
I had a lovely time out at the ballpark earlier in the evening as the AAA All-Star game got started. Troy and I watched a couple of innings together.
Very nice. There was no rain, so, hey, that's already a win, Troy.
Hey, you know what? I got to spend a little time with Rob Vaughn after his hot dog. We were good to go. We were good to go.
That's
and,
right.
You know, the fans loved it out here tonight, and they should have. Because for the first time all week, we've had an all-star event that wasn't rained on or rained out, and the fans certainly appreciated it. 10,000 strong out here at Coca-Cola Park, another sellout, as you would imagine, for the AAA All-Star Game. And this guy, it doesn't hurt to have him around either. Chuck Bednarik, one of the all-time great Eagles, on hand tonight to throw out the first pitch and do a little scaring of Ferris and Fifi. No problem there. He got that done pretty well. Andy Tracy's the big hitter for the Iron Pigs. More on him and the rest of the Iron Pigs in a moment. But we start top of the second. Darwin Barney from Iowa's Cubs up the middle of the RBI single, 1-0, the PCL on top. At the bottom of the sixth, here comes the International League. Chase Lambin, the RBI single that he bangs out there. Actually, an RBI double, I should say, into the gap. The International League would tie it up. It's a 1-1 ball game at that point. The next batter is Elliott Johnson, and Johnson You know what? This turned out to be a big hit. He dumps it into left field. It's an RBI single for him. Lambden, the throw beats him, as you can see, but the ball gets away from the catcher. It's the game-winning run. 2-1 in a pitcher's duel tonight. The International League a winner over the PCL. So the home folks here at Coca-Cola Park pretty happy about that as they get the win despite the low score. Now, there were 3 Iron Pigs that were here at Coca-Cola Park tonight and ready to play some baseball. For more on those guys, let's go down to the AT&T Plaza and Jim Vaughn. Jim.
Thank you, Troy. And actually, there were supposed to be 4 Iron Pigs. Remember, Cody Ransom was also selected from the Pigs, but of course now he is in a Phillies uniform. So that left Andy Tracy and pitchers Nate Bump and Scott Matheson lining up for the International League tonight in front of the hometown fans. There you see Andy Tracy running out. He was the only Iron Pig to get this start in tonight's game, starting at first base. And we start in the 4th inning, though, with Nate Bump on the mound. This is his inning, and he gets Matt Miller there to ground out softly to third. Bump retired the first 2 batters that he faced. He would then give up a 2-out single, but in the next at bat he responds very nicely. He gets Darwin Bailey here to ground out to third to end the inning. So a very nice job tonight by Nate Bump on the mound. Again, he pitched the 4th inning, and it was a scoreless inning, allowing only 1 hit in the process. 5th inning, International League still without a hit at this point until this. Andy Tracy single to center, so he supplies the first hit of the game for the International League. He would leave then for a pinch runner. So Tracy finishes 1 for 2 and got a very nice ovation from the hometown crowd.
Oh, it's awesome. Anything for these fans. You can't beat it. They come out every single night, like I say. And I wish we played a lot better and the results were better, but we know they're here every night and supporting us.
Tracy giving a tip of the cap there to the hometown fans. Great performance by Tracy and Bump, but you may have noticed that Scott Matheson was nowhere to be seen in those highlights. And Troy, that's one thing that disappointed me a little bit. Scott Matheson did not get in the game on the pitcher's mound tonight.
Yeah, Jim, I thought it was weird that they didn't put a guy from the hometown team in, and I think we all thought it was a little disappointing.
Yeah, you know, especially considering what he's been through, a couple of Tommy John surgeries. This is his first All-Star game, so they do have to keep a couple pitchers back just in case they go extra innings. You wouldn't have thought it would have been Matheson, though, especially because the stage was set with a 1-run lead in the 9th. Thought they'd let him close it out, but wasn't to be.
All right, Jim. Well, thank you very much. And again, a great job tonight by all the All-Stars from the Iron Pigs, and the fans loved every minute of it. All right, now to the major leagues, and the Philadelphia Phillies begin their second half out in Chicago against the Cubs tomorrow. After last night's All-Star game win for the National League, the winner of the National League will have home field advantage in the World Series. So certainly the Phillies have something to play for in the second half. And Ryan Howard says it's all about the second half now as they try to get back in front in the NL East and win another division title and go back to the World Series.
Well, obviously now the home field advantage for the World Series is up for grabs. I think it's going to be kind of a cannonball run now in the National League as far as all the teams are concerned. But, I mean, right now you just focus on this second half and trying to get out to a good start in the second half.
And we'll see if they can get that done tomorrow night in Chicago. We'll have Eastern League highlights coming up in the Berks edition at 10:30. But for now, live at Coca-Cola Park, I'm Troy Hein. Rob, Wendy, back to you.
Thank you, Troy.